right, good morning, welcome. New edition Monday, Tuesday morning now, as on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. The day after the storm, transfer deadline day over. Transfer deadline over. Any bidding come on with respect to everything that went on the night of the transfer deadline and everything that went on in terms of matches and records, especially Chelsea versus West Ham United. Big game conversation, and one of the very few times that there was a record at all from and now journalists want to catch Mares can obi in room can say wow, because he had not seen anything like that before. He could not believe said that was possible in terms of the record that he had at Stamford Bridge yesterday with respect to what went on over there in that game. Of course, I have Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, so I won't subscribe to the channel. I'm Michelle. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. A very imperative part. So subscribe to the channel and turn notifications. And about anytime you have content about drop, where you're first to have it. So also, let me say a very big thank you to all of you who have been watching. We keep on growing and getting big as a family. So I say thank you. And of course to all of you also who share the link. I mean, share link in the various groups. People are agreeing and disagreeing. I want to say very big thank you to you for all of you who come in and share your thoughts. Don't hold back on it. So when I mean, Michelle, say it, disagree. I'll be taking it respectfully. Let's talk about it now. I'll always make sure that myself and the team may respond every time, and then we'll have a conversation around all of those games and all of those conversations now. And we'll have on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube now indeed in common. Come on. I say it, guys. Let's just get the ball rolling in terms of conversation and every having. But obviously today we're having a conversation on a huge one. That is Chelsea Football Club and a transfer conversation. Yes, that is transfers, and I know Chelsea match and transfers, Chelsea match. Then he started. But look, let's just start with Cristiano Ronaldo. What has gone on with him and now what Cristiano Ronaldo can in an interview and the interview that he had, the conversation that Cristiano Ronaldo had over there, how all of those ones now have been a huge one. In this hand come first, then after that we'll go on and talk about transfers. We'll talk about Chelsea match, and then we'll delve into other things on what is very important. But now we know it was a very good one. Last night, Madrid for SA, they don't want referee over video next match against Atletico de Madrid. The refereeing federation said they have big issues in terms of referees. Our Spanish La Liga. Normally say most of the referees are not being fair to them. It is off the back of the refereeing course at the RCDE Stadium, the Racing Club de Español Stadium. So there was a tackle from behind on the abductor of Abrante friend Kylian Mbappe. Madrid for thought said it was a red card. I mean, when you look at the still picture, it is clear said most likely should have been a red card. But in motion for me, the intention was there, but then the contact wasn't that. I mean, even that is subject to other interpretations from other people. But really, I do not think it was a red card over there. But Madrid for now written to the RFEF to have a conversation in terms of refereeing our Spanish La Liga. And when the RFEF don't plan to approve Madrid's request of showing them the VAR audios from Espanyol, according to Real Madrid, catch up some person who what the VAR audios what did the VAR room people tell the referee on the field of play? Why did the referee not go to the monitor to go and look at it and then make a decision? Of course, Omni said the VAR, the RFEF, no, they are not going to have any conversation around it at all. The RFEF have replied to Madrid's accusations about refereeing. The Spanish Football Federation confirms its commitment to transparency and integrity. I mean, it's just a semantics over there. And Madrid for now have expressed displeasure to refereeing our Spanish La Liga. I mean, something that they do not like over there in terms of the last time a match, and on the issues that he came out over there. Cristiano Ronaldo has been speaking to the press about Madrid and the time at Spain, free honor with respect to Florentino Perez and stuff like that. Cristiano Ronaldo say, I am different. That's it. It's not my fault I'm famous. It's not my fault. People love Chris, talking about how he is big and people talk about him a lot. Cristiano Ronaldo, Bellingham, he reminds me of Zinedine Zidane. He has the whole future ahead of him. What a player. He said very, very kind words to some of the current Madrid players. No, over the Cristiano Ronaldo did mention, say, or a Madrista. He loves Spain. Of course, so I share the story of Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, he's from Portugal, and it's just on the other side of the Iberian Peninsula. Portugal for Spain for consider themselves as neighbors. They are just separated by the Iberian Peninsula, like I did mention. Into the fact that he gave birth to his children over there, played for the biggest club in Real Madrid, in his opinion, and in Real Madrid and everything that's going on there. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be loved on that side, and he'll love to be a Madrista over there. He spoke about Vini Jr. on the Ballon d'Or or Lusu, and there's what killing Cristiano Ronaldo. I said Vini Jr. deserved the Ballon d'Or, of course, but the award no longer has any credibility. I've been where Vini has been. He deserved it, but they didn't get it because it has no credibility. And according to Vinicius Jr., according to Cristiano Ronaldo, Vini didn't win the Ballon d'Or because he needs credibility. I don't know how that is justifiable. Just because Vini and Vini today, the award doesn't have credibility there. For me, it's a little bit on the downside for me, and that's not something I would want to dwell on, to be very honest. The award was credible when only Cristiano Ronaldo winning, or was it credible when only Madrid players won it? And I mean, unless he's specific in terms of some of the things that have happened in the organization of the award, I don't know if he say and you're credible over the Cristiano Ronaldo. I say I love Real Madrid. I will always have them in my heart. I spent most of my years in Madrid. I love it when Madrid fans tell me they miss me because this is my home. Of course, he spoke about how on Florentino Perez almost party ways, and of course by extension Real Madrid. Or say or catch Florentino Perez or Pesoko. Florentino Perez accepted it, but later on Florentino ban Hobe catcher and he said in consistent agent kakra nanka ontina ewo Real Madrid no so there be on a Juve for in Comaway, and he has given Juve his word, so he couldn't back down on it and then tell Juve for and say he will not come to Turin, and that's exactly why he left. And over there he said the decision was made in recognition in negotiation phase. When I was leaving Real Madrid, Florentino didn't behave very well with me. I understood it because that's how he always acts. Of course, so there were a lot of stories say Florentino on Cristiano Ronaldo, especially the time when Cristiano was doing negotiations with Juventus and that's something that affected him when he told me he was going to go. Later on, as if Florentino banned but he didn't. So I left Madrid because I wanted a new chapter. I told the president and he accepted it. But later he tried to go back and there was no going back for me because I had given Juventus my word. Talking about him, I see he loved playing at the camp now because obviously they would boo me and all of those things. But those things did make me happy. I was excited that I could see stuff like that over there for himself. That was a very, very good one for Cristiano Ronaldo. I enjoy scoring goals at the camp now more than the Bernabeu. When you are warming up and they're already booing you, that's what I love. That's the best part of the football. Cristiano will say, I'm the most complete player ever. Score headers, score free kicks, score the right, score the left. Saying CR7 isn't complete is a lie. I'm talking about say, or say the most complete player album we are saying, and that's exactly what he is saying with respect to how good of a player or no Cristiano Ronaldo in front of sports. It's in front of Lamine Yamal, king of assists, which is respect to very good piece of play before Setia Robert Lewandowski over the weekend against Team Alfredo Alaves. That's a very, very good piece of play for my Brentford friend Lamine Yamal, and that's why they call him the king of assists over there. And that's what the Madrid Barcelona are trying to do. Inside Cristiano Ronaldo interview, see people could like Messi or Maradona, and I respect that. But I'm the most complete. I'm the best player in history. I haven't seen anyone better than me. I am good with the headers, with the left foot, with the right foot. Talking about how good he is as compared to other players now. That's exactly what Cristiano Ronaldo over there. Because I have a very, very good relationship with Messi. I once acted as a translator at some awards. He always treated me well. Hopefully, we will see our numbers again. But I see it is very, very difficult talking about him over there in terms of playing style and whether Madrid and Barca can get anybody like that. And now at the Gala, one Laporta, so my statement was only because the transfer window is about to close and there are some collateral operations. Nico Gonzalez to City, yes, because Barcelona are going to get 24 million from a deal at City for a year with FC Porto, and that's a very, very good one for Team Friend. There are still some things left in the renewals, but we are starting to finish them. We are ensuring the present and the future. We are renewing players that have a great commitment to the club. Talking about Pedro Gavi, more renewals. Nkobasi pressure. I don't know what pressure is. I don't feel it. I just play my football. It was a good time for Barca players to be out and have a very, very good time over there for the Barcelona players and the Gala and all of the conversation around it. We'll see how things pan out for the rest of the season. Somebody would have to win the Spanish La Liga. Whether it's going to be Barca, it's going to be Real Madrid, no, it's just a matter of time. We'll get to the bottom all of that conversation. In terms of transfer conversation, a lot happened. Chelsea finally in your brand here, your friend Matias Amo. Now, the report was that Matias Amo ever got Strasbourg, but what has happened in recent hours shows that boy no ever by Chelsea, because the international loan deals are done. The boy is going to be at Cobham at Chelsea and then play with them. They were prepared to play some good football on. Once they are done with all of that conversations, the boy AS Edman about Chelsea. Now the plan is that say Andre Santos ever back to Chelsea in the summer. Andre Santos will come and take up that spot or Chelsea Football Club on together with Leslie Ugochukwu and give them cover. So once in the summer, Chelsea are going to buy Abrantia, your friend Esugu. So they'll buy Caicedo is going to be there. Dario Esugu, that player is more complete. In fact, how many Porto for the area and they will just activate it in the summer. So Dario Esugu, then they'll have Andre Santos, Enzo Fernandez, Romeo Lavia, and that means Chelsea will get a lot of cover in the middle of the pack for next season. Then of course they take Matias Amo with their boy and run and almost sign in. He will go on loan to Strasbourg next summer. And then of course Leslie Ugochukwu also will fight for his place over there. So it means that Chelsea will stack up the midfield now. Now in terms of the attack, what Chelsea decided to do, the opportunities have been limited in the summer. I will say all of you have a lot of conversation. I've said several times, Chelsea board, no sporting directors are not doing enough. I think that to be very fair with them, in the January transfer window, you need to be very tactful and careful. And yes, you risk throwing money away. And I say that with all honesty, because to be very honest with you, yes, I was at Chelsea, I top player, a lot of players in January before, and they don't hit the ground running. What does Chelsea want? And then at Chelsea, I should say, in terms of the players that they need. And then at Chelsea, I should in terms of how they want to play their football, where they want their players to be. Like, sir, nitty-gritties of the conversation, they are very, very important in terms of what Chelsea Football Club wants to do, how they want to do it, when they want to do it, any signing money, very, very important. And that is where I keep on asking a lot of questions about Obi to say Esugo no Babeshema. But so to me, by in the summer there means that it beefs up Chelsea's midfield. It gives it a very, very strong midfield that's very, very competitive. It's the plan. But again, the attackers conversation, almost all of the players in the market. I was never enthused about that Garnacho conversation. I don't understand why people say that Garnacho is a 50 million, 60 million player. How is Garnacho 50 or 60 million player? Garnacho ain't a 50 million player, he's a 60 million player. It doesn't change the conversation at Chelsea. He's just another player. I was glad that Chelsea for Antonio, and then they are waiting till the summer to do some more deals. Very, very important. So Chelsea, but there have been some very good outgoings. This is the boy, Barca for 24 million every day on him. Your friend Nico Gonzalez to Manchester City from Portugal. New midfielder Pep Guardiola at Manchester City will pay the release clause 60 million in a structure. Nico allowed to travel for medical and contract confirmed. William back to Fulham assistant now over there. And that's exactly what William have on the team. How good of a player or here to team your friend Fulham now. A very good one for him. So he will go in and go and play some good football. Your friend William, he had not done that in a while. After so free English Ronaldo was confirmed. Say Aston Villa for assigning Axel Disasi 5 million loan fee from Chelsea plus salary covered for Axel Disasi. Axel Disasi a movie to the Midlands to go and play for team my friend Axel, for team my friend Aston Villa to have good playing time over there at the Sassy, a player that I particularly really love because there were no issues with him over there. He played some good stuff. Of course, our brand friend Benjamin Chilwell also has moved to Crystal Palace, also on loan from Chelsea Football Club. Crystal Palace is a club that's going in a great direction. You look at it in the last few months with the results and the teams playing, it was a no-brainer to make a decision not to come here over there. Of course, Torian Mosfefo and now confirmed the signing of our brand friend Matias Amo, and I've said it several times. Ange Postecoglou here goes. Tel didn't want to move permanently, and that's why the Chelsea deal fell through. Now, what has gone on is that, and then he's on loan to Torian Mospe. Torian for were pushing for buying for him to add an option to buy because I'm a person be developing player. Excuse me. I'm a person be developing player. Not Obi Ababe Fako. That is something that they don't want to do over there, and that's the reason why I said they were pushing to get an option to buy. As it stands now, the option to buy was not added. Into Matias Amo is going to be there. Oh, loan deal with an option to buy actually was confirmed. 60 million for Matias Amo with an option to buy now. And it's a very, very good one. So, brand friend Matias Amo are joining team, my friend Torian Hotspur in there. We'll see how that one goes on. Our team, your friend Torian Hotspur, because when we hear a lot of goals, son goals named Dejan Kulusevski is struggling. Richarlison, Dominico Solanke, so definitely they want it. And now, like I did mention, Matias Amo has signed his contract with Chelsea. All signed, also being clubs. 15 million plus sell-on clause for deal done with Saint-Etienne as French talent can be considered new Chelsea player. But he's straight to Chelsea, not to Strasbourg, to give cover. Now, the reason why, like I said, they didn't call Andre Santos and Ugochukwu is simple because you don't want to truncate their development. You want them to play to the end of the season. No more games. How many more experience? Then in the summer, they can come in and you take Matias Amo back to Strasbourg. Send a football game. It's something that they want to do over there. Of course, Manchester United for two players, Patrick Dogu, joining them. Now, like I did mention, Abrantia, your friend Joao Felix got to Milan, and then, of course, obeying the medical, so it's going to be a new Milan player. And right after the Chelsea ball game, two things happened. Chelsea players, Nicolas Jackson and McGill went down. McGill clutched to the feet. I have a feeling that somebody probably stepped on his foot, and it's nothing really huge. I like the fact that Enzo Maresca rank changes very early. I like the fact that Enzo Maresca making sure he made his changes very early, and it helps in the in-game management. For the longest time about Enzo Maresca said he needed to ring changes early. He needed to make sure the team's not a bomb matcher. When he configures an issue, a so solving intention, send a better issues be ember our Chelsea one. It's something that he needed to do, and that's exactly what Abrantia, your friend Enzo Maresca, and it helped the team. I like the fact that Pedro Neto could come off from the bench and influence the game again in games where Sancho, Noni Madueke are struggling. You need these things from other wingers off the bench. And again, to be very honest with you, I don't think there's particularly a competition, but getting players that push themselves are very, very important. You have the conversation with Abrantia, your friend Pedro Neto, after the game, and it is clear the wingers needed to get goals from elsewhere. Moise Caicedo was the man of the match. Enzo Fernandez and Ronald, when I woke up again to watch the match, it was super in terms of intensity. What he did on the ball, off the ball, dictation of the game, the pass completion, total dominance of our match. Abrantia Enzo Fernandez was really, really, really important and very, very important for him now. Neto seemed unhappy with some criticism, stating it was the reason for a celebration. 1 minute you are the best, the next you are the worst. Talking about how people talk a lot about Chelsea Football Club, and that's what Neto wants them our Chelsea one and the conversations around it. He asked a lot of questions, and I know on Neto say now everything seems to be okay with respect to say no Timisha go no Onya go no. It's a very, very good one for Noah Bentia, your friend Pedro Neto. I think that yesterday it wasn't so much of a good game for Cole Palmer, but then it was important all throughout at it as well. You see, and now I'm catching Enzo Maresca saying Chelsea, for the very first time, has come back from 1 goal down since 2013 when they were losing at halftime or Premier League. Enzo Maresca could not believe it. Like, he could not believe it. Say Chelsea since 2013. But then again, sometimes these things actually do happen, and it's been very long. And the fact that Enzo Maresca, I'll say, mentally was a tough game because West Ham had a lot of players behind the ball, and then they had gone up by one player, one goal. How then do you get it? And also Kachoma halftime said they can't keep the intensity for 90 minutes. They will drop it. And decided Chelsea players in Jan Tubas here, they should just stick together, be calm, the openings will come, and they'll win the game. And that's exactly what happened. Of course, I think that McGee brought something else into the game. We give a lot of credit to Nicholas Jackson, but as a box occupier or a centre back spar or a physical beats a McGee, he gives something else to the team, and he helps the team also thrive in a different way. And now Chelsea scored from 2 crosses, all of them because there's now a box occupier, somebody that can occupy the spaces in the box now. Now it was comfortable sending in crosses into the box. It was comfortable spamming in a lot of crosses, and I think that's a very, very good one from Chelsea Football Club. And what McGee brings to the team was an excellent way of attacking the game, and everything that he came and everything that he came with was a very good one. Philip Jorgensen and a home debut. You give him a lot of credit for that. Not too much, but I think that he just did enough to stay in the game as long as possible. 7/10, still a lot to improve, but looks more assured than Sanchez. People call him perfect, obviously better than Bright FM Robert Sanchez. Guys, this is where we draw the curtain this morning on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So take care and bye bye.